Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Little Potato, and we are back for another month of Tycoon Game news. Just a quick heads up, Patreon supporters will get this video 2 days early, as their support directly helps me cover the cost of making this series. If you're interested in helping make videos just like this, then check out the link in the description down below. We've got a bunch of major updates to Tycoon games to talk about, and a bunch of new releases to talk about as well, so let's jump right into it. Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. If you've never played Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, what frankly are you doing? It is a fantastic real-time Soviet-themed city builder tycoon game where you can construct your own republic and transform a poor country into a rich industrial superpower. This is the first sort of major update to the Soviet economy tycoon management game, and it adds a whole bunch of new features, including cableways, ships, and most importantly, forklifts. I'm actually running a series right now trying a bunch of these new features out. It's a really good game with a bright future ahead of it. And you know, in the future, we're expecting to see nuclear industry, nuclear power plants, airports, aeroplanes, a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, if you haven't already picked up this game and you're a fan of the tycoon genre, I would thoroughly encourage you to do so. This game is great. Universe Sim is a civilization building management tycoon game where you collect resources and guide your nuggets to greatness. They've just hit beta, which means a bunch of really great additional in-game features as well as improvements to the code under the hood. The beta includes an air pollution system, new building icons to make you aware of problems around your planet, and a bunch of other visual tweaks and user interface improvements. Now, the big one. For creators, they've added Twitch integration, which I tried on stream a couple of weeks ago, and it is brilliant. It is genuinely super duper fun, and it works fantastically well. Basically, it allows Twitch viewers to have characters in the game and gain action points, which can be either used to help or hinder the streamer. It's tremendously good fun, and it works really well. If you're a content creator, I would thoroughly recommend giving Universe Sim a look, because it is tremendous fun. RimWorld. This is RimWorld's first DLC release, and it's called Royalty, and it's just been released on Steam, and frankly, I don't think anyone was expecting this, and it took me completely by surprise. RimWorld, if you are unaware, is a sci-fi colony simulation game driven by an intelligent AI storyteller. It generates stories by simulating psychology, ecology, gunplay, melee combat, climate, biomes, diplomacy, interpersonal relationships, art, medicine, trade, and much more. This Royalty DLC completely changes things up and adds a bunch of new features to the game. Players are now able to serve the Empire and the Emperor in order to gain royal titles, which offer a whole bunch of perks but similarly some drawbacks. You can now gain psychic powers and influence the battle like never before. You can go on epic quests to please the Emperor in order to gain his favor, and gain access to a whole bunch of new tech, which is really cool indeed. What's more, if serving the Emperor just isn't your style, you can always live the life of a rebel. It seems pretty bloomin' good. I haven't given it a shot yet, but I will absolutely be giving it a try in the coming days. And I honestly, I can't wait. It looks brilliant. It just looks so unbelievably wacky, and I can't wait to give it a go. Mad Power Tycoon. Our first new release on this list is Mad Power Tycoon, and technically it released in January, but I mean, who really cares? Doesn't matter, does it? If you've ever played Project High-Rise or Sim Tower, you'll be intimately familiar with this type of game. It is a tower building game where you have to build your own skyscraper, and you can build up to over 100 floors. You can rent offices, apartments, or shops and build a financially lucrative skyscraper. Build cinemas, bars, or theaters to satisfy your visitors, and create an effective transport system with elevators and stairs. Level up your tower, unlock new rooms to place signs, sign contracts, and quite literally build up your business. Also, there are alien abductions, fires, that kind of stuff. You know, there's a whole bunch of adversity that you need to face as a tower builder, as a tower owner building a tower. Anyway, this looks really cool. Everyone seems to think that it's a pretty darn good game, so I'll absolutely be checking this one out in the future. So yeah, have a look. MMORPG Tycoon 2. Another game that was released into early access in January, MMORPG Tycoon 2 is a single-player world builder game about creating the greatest MMORPG of all time. Now, I think that technically stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. I think. Design monsters, balance the combat, and keep your subscribers happy and playing and paying so that you can cover your server and bandwidth costs, all whilst building new regions for your players to explore as they increase in levels and power. This game has almost unanimously positive reviews, and the developer has been updating regularly. This game looks really funky. I haven't played it, but it looks absolutely brilliant. I've watched a couple of Let's Play videos on YouTube, and what can I say? I like what I see. It looks phenomenal. The game is currently planned to be in early access for a significant period of time. So if you're interested in getting in on the ground floor, so to speak, then now would be a pretty darn good to check this game out. Zapitalism. So yeah, this is a little bit of an interesting one. Zapitalism is a sophisticated retail strategy game. Caveat, their words, not mine, where your goal is to take a small store and grow it into a retail juggernaut. Manage your shelf space wisely, build megastores, buy up bestsellers, and market like mad. Find out if you've got what it takes to become the king of commerce. So the reason that this game looks like it was released in 1995 is because it actually was originally. So I think, from what I can tell, this is kind of a remaster. It was actually fairly difficult to collect information about this game, which is a little bit strange given that it's got a Steam store page. But I mean, you try Googling this game and see what you come up with. There's a bunch of pretty old websites and a half-complete Wikipedia page. Go on, I dare you, give it a shot. Anyway, so I think this game is kind of a remaster. It's got a bunch of updated text graphics, but the images are from the original version, hence the kind of wacky look. I haven't played it, however, there is a free demo that is available on Steam right now. And if you're interested in seeing what this game has to offer, if you're interested in becoming the king of commerce, so to speak, then you can always play the demo and see if you want to pick up the full game at a later date. Personally, I think it looks a little bit like a spreadsheet simulator from the brief time that I spent with it, but you know, if that's up your street, then yeah, play the demo and let me know how it goes in the comments down below. So, Dois Rose is a peaceful third-person adventure town-building game where you need to gather, build, puzzle, and explore and quest in a beautifully handcrafted world. So, codes have actually come out to creators, so a few people have been playing this on YouTube, and at the moment, I believe there is a planned release for the game on the 28th of February, which is pretty darn soon. This is a little bit of a funky one, and I'm not entirely sure that it's right up my street. So I have played it a little. It's very slow paced and it is mission focused. So if you're looking to create a sandbox dwarven town, much like Dwarf Fortress, then you may indeed be disappointed. The game, from what I can see, heavily prioritizes adventure and exploration, and you know that's a nifty game, but it's not the sort of stuff that I'm really interested in. It's a tycoon game. It is on this list, but it's not really my style. But you know what? It may be yours. Check it out if you're indeed interested. Frostpunk last autumn. Frostpunk was initially released in April of 2018, and it's by the developers from This War of Mine. And in that time, it's become an immensely popular game, and I believe it's done very, very, very well for itself. As the ruler of the last city on Earth, it is your duty to manage both its citizens and its infrastructure. You do that through making tough decisions and hoarding essential resources. As the name suggests, you do all of this in a brutal, cold, and inhospitable environment where heat means life and all decisions come with a cost. Also, the vibe is intensely steampunky, which is brilliant because, I mean, it just looks cool. Steampunk games just look cool. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. The last autumn DLC just released at the end of January and vastly expands upon the Frostpunk universe by introducing a brand new scenario. The expansion content also introduces game-changing new mechanics, unique unique architecture and broadens the game's deep lore and narrative. The last autumn is part of the Frostpunk Season Pass, so if you've got that, then you'll have this, and there'll also be a further piece of Frostpunk DLC releasing at some point later in this year, which Season Pass holders will also be able to get. Among Ripple's Shallow Waters. So, Among Ripple's Shallow Waters is an eco-tycoon sim. Work with your team of scientists to build, repair, and maintain the delicate ecosystem of your lakes. Experiment with flora and fauna, everything from vicious pikes to peaceful puddled ducks. There's been a Kickstarter that is just launched for this game, and there is a demo on Steam right now, so if you're interested in playing the demo and then checking out the Kickstarter, you're more than welcome to do that. I've played it a little bit. I think it's pretty darned underdeveloped at the moment. This game, fun fact for you, is actually a sequel to Among Ripples, which was a free pond ecosystem simulator, and this game is sort of taking that idea to the next level, and it's also kind of transferring genres into the management tycoon sector. It's an interesting game. I'm not entirely sure that I'm convinced that it's gonna be a brilliant tycoon management game. But if you're into sort of relaxing, chilled out ecosystem management games, then I guess this is probably just about the best one that you could probably get your hands on. And finally, we get to EarthX. Now, EarthX actually released last year, I believe, in July of 2019. And you get to become the CEO of a space company and conquer the market with your landing rockets. Recover parts of your rockets to use them again on your next mission and compete with the competition for contracts. If you've ever wanted to be like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, well, this game won't make you that rich. However, it will allow you to run a rocket company like they do. I want to acknowledge right from the get-go that I am absolutely probably the most biased person to talk about this game, because the developer has actually added me to the game. That's right, it is possible now to launch an orbital potato into orbit, which is frankly just the coolest thing in the known universe, and something which I'm absolutely chuffed about. I mean, frankly, it's made my 2020. Yeah, if you are indeed interested in flying an orbital potato in orbit, then you can do just that. You can use it as sort of a dummy payload on the rocket when you're testing it out. Go into the game if you've got it, check it out. It's really good. The game is phenomenal. The art style is just brilliant. It just looks so unbelievably good. It's really simple, but the game has got a lot of depth, and the developers I know are really committed to it, and it's gonna continue to evolve over the next foreseeable period of time. The game is only in the 0.3.0 update at the moment, so the game has got a long way to go, but just have a look at it. I mean, it's a brilliant game. It's a brilliant game, and now you can launch me into space, which just makes it all better. It really is very good. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents. As I said at the top of the episode, if you are indeed interested in helping me meet the cost of making this video, because it is quite substantial, actually, because I have to take a substantial amount of time away from making my regular videos, yeah, check out the Patreon. And as I say, Patreon supporters get this video 2 days early, so you'll be able to see all of the juicy Tycoon gaming news before everyone else. I hope to see you next month. We're going to be back in March with another Tycoon gaming news. I hope to see you then. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. I'll see you next time. Bye.